Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be coaster tournaments. What's the best steel coaster in the world? Part 1. This is going to be a 5-part series. I just released the intro, so if you haven't watched that, go watch that. That explains all the seedings and the bracket and how this tournament will be going and being done. So go watch that. And so the 5 parts are going to be, so round 1's going to have 2 parts. Today I'm going to focus on the left side of the bracket, and I'm going to have 4 head-to-head matchups today. And then in the next video I'm going to focus on the right side of the bracket. This is going to be part 2, and I'm going to have 4 head-to-head matchups there. And then in the following video, part 3, I'm going to have round 2, which is going to be 4 head-to-head matchups. And then part 4 is going to be the final 4 and the final round. It's a 5-part series because I'm including the intro. So go watch the intro and stay tuned for the next ones. So before we start with head-to-head matchups, let's take a quick look at our bracket. So in the top left-hand corner, we have Fury 325 facing Nemesis at Alton Towers. 2 B&Ms here. That matchup will be taking place today. Following that, right below it, we have Apollo's Chariot and Leviathan. A B&M Hyper versus a B&M Giga. Going to be a very interesting matchup there. That will be also coming up today. Below that, we have Expedition GForce, the 5 seed, versus the 12 seed Phantom's Revenge. Expedition GForce is an Intamin, while Phantom's Revenge is a Morgan Hyper. So definitely going to be an interesting matchup there. And the final matchup of the day is going to be Superman the Ride versus Maverick. Superman is the 4 seed, Maverick is the 13 seed. In case you don't know what Superman I'm talking about the one in New England. They're all called like Ride of Steel. They're all called pretty much the same thing, with 1 or 2 minor differences. So this is going to be the one at Six Flags New England. So then, in the next video, I just want to show you the right-hand side of the bracket real quick and explain that to you. Millennium Force, the 2 seed, will be going up against Mako, the 15 seed. The 7 seed Iron Rattler will be going up against the 10 seed Nitro. The 6 seed Twisted Colossus will be going up against the 11 seed Intimidator 305. And the 3 seed Steel Vengeance will be going up against Diamondback, the 14 seed. Very quick and easy there. So let's get into the first head-to-head matchup. In our first head-to-head matchup, we have Fury 325 versus Nemesis. Fury 325 is a B&M Giga Coaster located at Carowinds in the Carolinas. Fury goes through 2 states at one time, North and South Carolina. The park is set right on the border of the Carolinas, while Nemesis is in the UK at Alton Towers and is a B&M invert. This is a very low-to-the-ground ride, so this is going to be a very interesting matchup. The tallest coaster of the lift hill versus Nemesis, which is one of the shortest coasters ever. It's a small invert, packs a big punch. Both of these rides are fantastic, but only one can come out on top and advance to the second round. So let's see who it is. If I haven't mentioned before, the way we will be scoring these head-to-head matchups is through a point system. There are 10 possible points a coaster can earn, and whoever comes on top wins. If there is a tie, then we will move on to theming, which will be an extra category if there is a tie. So our categories will be duration, speed, height, smoothness, airtime, drop, pacing, intensity, inversions, and the view that you get from the top of the coaster. All aspects that provide a better experience for a coaster. So now, let's get into duration. In terms of duration, Fury 325 has a final duration of 1 minute and 5 seconds, while Nemesis has a final duration of 45 seconds. So Fury will be getting the first point. Off to a lead here. In terms of speed, Fury 325 goes 95 miles per hour, while Nemesis goes 50 miles per hour, so Fury will be getting the point. In terms of height, Fury 325 is 325 feet tall, while Nemesis is only 42 feet tall. So, Fury will be getting the point. In terms of smoothness, Fury is a newer B&M, while Nemesis is an older B&M. So, naturally, Fury would be smoother. So, Fury will be getting the point. In terms of airtime, Nemesis provides no airtime whatsoever, while Fury provides some good airtime at the very end of the ride. So because of that, Fury will be getting the point. In terms of drop, Nemesis doesn't really have a drop, while Fury has an insane drop, one of the best drops on any coaster ever. So Fury will be getting the point. Fury is breaking away here, taking a big lead on Nemesis. Will Nemesis even be able to get a point against Fury? Who knows? In terms of pacing, Fury 325 loses a lot of speed during a helix in about the middle towards the end section of the ride, while Nemesis is a shorter ride and it never stops at any moment at all. So Nemesis will be getting its first point. And now, in terms of intensity, Fury 325 has 4 Gs, while Nemesis has 3.5 Gs, so Fury will be getting the point. Both of these rides are extremely intense. In terms of inversions, Fury 325 doesn't have a single inversion on it, while Nemesis has a bunch of inversions, I think 4 inversions to be exact, so Nemesis will be getting the point. 7-2, and in terms of view, Nemesis is located on a hill, so when you get to the top of the hill, you can't really see anything. While Fury, you get a good view of the parking lot, and if you look to the right, you get a good view of the rest of the park. So Fury will be getting the point. As you can see, the final score is 8-2. Fury 225 is won, and is the winner of this first head-to-head matchup. Now let's get into our second head-to-head matchup. In our second head-to-head matchup, we have Apollo's Chariot versus Leviathan. Apollo's Chariot is located at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, Virginia, while Leviathan is located at Canada's Wonderland in Vaughan, Ontario, Canada. Both of these rides are B&Ms. Apollo's is a Hyper, while Leviathan is a Giga. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup. Apollo's Chariot is the 8 seed, and Leviathan is the 9 seed. Could see an upset here. Maybe you could see an upset here. So now, in terms of duration, Apollo's Chariot has a final duration of 1 minute and 5 seconds, while Leviathan has a final duration of 53 seconds. If you don't know, I count duration as actual ride time, so the moment it leaves the lift hill to the moment it hits the brake line. Not what the parks say about the moment it leaves the station to the moment it gets back into the station. So, Apollo's Chariot will be getting the first point. In terms of speed, Apollo's Chariot goes 73 miles per hour, while Leviathan goes 92 miles per hour. So Leviathan will be getting a point. In terms of height, Apollo's Chariot is 170 feet tall, while Leviathan is 306 feet tall. The only reason why Apollo's Chariot is a Hyper is because it is a bigger drop, which makes it a Hyper. So Leviathan will obviously be getting the point here. And now, in terms of smoothness, Apollo's Chariot has a bit of a rattle because it's an older B&M, while Leviathan has no rattle whatsoever, so I will be giving Leviathan a point. 3-1 Leviathan here. Can Leviathan start pulling away and win this battle? So now, in terms of airtime, Leviathan is not mainly based on airtime. It has a few good airtime moments, but it doesn't have great airtime moments, while Apollo's Chariot is fully based on airtime and has lots of good moments. So Apollo's Chariot will be getting a point. Can Apollo's Chariot catch up here? In terms of drop, Apollo's Chariot has a pre-drop and then whips you over the drop, which makes it fantastic. But Leviathan is a Giga Coaster, and Giga Coasters do have fantastic drops. So only because of this, I will be giving Leviathan the point. 4-2 Leviathan. In terms of pacing, Apollo's Chariot has a mid-course brake run, while Leviathan has no mid-course brake run whatsoever. So Leviathan will be getting the point, obviously, here. And now, in terms of intensity, Apollo's Chariot pulls 4.1 Gs, probably at that helix, while Leviathan pulls 4.5 Gs. So the point will be going to Leviathan. 6-2 Leviathan, really starting to pull away. In terms of the view that you get from the top, Leviathan provides an outstanding view at the very top, and Apollo's Chariot provides a good view, but not a great view. So Leviathan will be getting the point here. 7-2 Leviathan. In terms of inversions, neither of these rides have inversions, so I will not be counting that. So we have to go into the theming. Apollo's Chariot has no theming whatsoever. It has a cool name, and that's it. Leviathan has a little plaza, but not much, so I will be giving the point to Leviathan. As you can tell, Leviathan has won 8-2 against Apollo's Chariot, and is our winner, and has made an upset. Now let's get into our next matchup. In our next matchup, we have Expedition GForce versus Phantom's Revenge. Expedition GForce is an Intamin mega coaster at Holiday Park in Germany. Phantom's Revenge is a Morgan/Aerodynamics hypercoaster and is located at Kennywood near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Both of these rides provide amazing ride times, but only one can come out on top and advance to the second round. So let's get into the head-to-head matchups. In terms of duration, Expedition GForce has a final duration of 55 seconds, and Phantom's Revenge only has a final duration of 50 seconds. So Expedition GForce will be getting the point. 1-0 GForce. In terms of speed, Phantom's Revenge goes 85 miles per hour, while Expedition GForce goes 75 miles per hour. So I will be giving Phantom's Revenge their first point. Tie game here. In terms of height, Expedition GForce is 174 feet tall, and Phantom's Revenge is 160 feet tall. Only thing that makes Phantom's Revenge a hypercoaster is that second drop is more than 200 feet, so that makes it a hyper. So Phantom's Revenge will be, or not Phantom's Revenge, Expedition GForce will be getting the point for height. In terms of smoothness, Phantom's Revenge was an Aerodynamics looper and then was converted into a Morgan hyper. So it's not the smoothest company out there, while Intamin is known to be a very smooth company. So I will be giving Expedition GForce their third point, starting to pull away here. Can Phantom's Revenge catch up here? And now, in terms of airtime, both of these rides provide some good airtime, but because of the restraints on Phantom's Revenge, it provides some insane airtime, so I will be giving the point to Phantom's Revenge. 3-2 Expedition GForce, still winning. In terms of drop, I'm counting the second drop on Phantom's Revenge, which is outstanding, and it dives under another one of their coasters. While Expedition GForce does have a great drop that's twisted a little bit, I will be giving the point to Phantom's Revenge, which has tied this game up, and it is 3-3. In terms of pacing, Expedition GForce slows down a little bit during that middle section, while Phantom's Revenge goes faster through the whole ride. It never stops at any moment, so I will be giving the point to Phantom's Revenge. Phantom's Revenge has a lead here, 4-3 Phantom's Revenge. In terms of intensity, Expedition GForce pulls 4.5 Gs, while Phantom's Revenge only pulls 3.5 Gs, so Expedition GForce will be getting the point and ties it up. In terms of inversions, there aren't any on either of these coasters. Phantom's Revenge used to have them, but they took them out and put airtime hills in there. So, it is not applicable, and there will be no point in this category. And now, we've come to our last category. Because theming cannot be used because neither of these rides have theming, there is no possible chance for a tie. This is our last category, and it is the view that you get from the top of the coaster. From Phantom's Revenge, you get a great view of the park and the surrounding area. From Expedition GForce, there isn't that much to the park, and there's not that much, around the area. It's in the middle of nowhere. So I will be giving the point to Phantom's Revenge, which means Phantom's Revenge is our winner and has upset Expedition GForce. Expedition GForce was the 5 seed, and Phantom's Revenge was the 12 seed. Huge upset here. So now let's get into our next matchup. In our final matchup of the day, we have Superman the Ride versus Maverick. Superman the Ride is the 4 seed, and Maverick is the 13 seed. Very possible upset here. So both of these rides are Intamins. Superman the Ride is an Intamin hypercoaster located at Six Flags New England in around Springfield, Massachusetts, or at Agawam. Agawam's the exact town. Great coaster here. And Maverick is located at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, the roller coaster capital of the world, and is an Intamin Blitz coaster. Very interesting matchup. Neither of these rides do anything similar to each other. So this is going to be a very, very interesting matchup. So let's get into it. For our first point, we have duration. In terms of duration, Maverick is 1 minute and 10 seconds, while Superman is 1 minute and 13 seconds. So Superman will be getting the first point, and it's up a 1-0 lead. In terms of speed, Superman goes 77 miles per hour, while Maverick goes only 70 miles per hour. So Superman will be getting the second point. In terms of height, Superman is 208 feet tall, while Maverick is 105 feet tall. So Superman will be getting a point. As you can see, starting to pull away here. And now, in terms of smoothness, Maverick is a newer Intamin, while Superman is an older Intamin. So it only makes sense that Maverick will be smoother. So I will be giving the point to Maverick. 3-1 here. Can Maverick make a comeback? In terms of airtime, Maverick doesn't really focus on airtime, while Superman completely focuses on airtime and has a great layout packed filled with airtime. So Superman will be getting the point. 4-1 Superman, really starting to break away here. And now, in terms of drop, Maverick has a beyond vertical drop, but Superman has a drop into a tunnel. So I will be giving Superman the point for this cool and unique element. 5-1 Superman, really starting to pull away. Maverick's going to have to win every single category to tie Superman and force a tiebreaker. So it's going to be really hard for Maverick to come back here. So now in terms of pacing, Superman slows down a little bit towards the end of the ride, while Maverick never stops. So I'll be giving the point to Maverick. 5-2. Maverick maybe can make a comeback here. And now, in terms of GForce, Superman has 3.6 Gs, while Maverick hasn't released the amount of GForce. But I can assume Maverick has a second launch that looks really intense, so I can assume Maverick is more intense. So 5-3 Superman. Maverick really starting to make a comeback here. Superman's got to get one of the next 2 points. And now, in terms of inversions, Maverick has 2, while Superman has none. 5-4. Maverick gets the point, and can Maverick force the tiebreaker right here? So, in terms of view, both of these coasters have insane views. When I rode Superman, it was during fall, and the trees were all colored, and it looked really nice. Superman is located on a lake in New England, and the trees in New England are all changed colors, and it It's a great sight to see. And you're so high up there, and the view is absolutely amazing. But Maverick, on the other hand, gives you a great view of Lake Erie, and sometimes you can even see Canada. You can see a nice beach. So, I'm going to have to give the point to Maverick on this one. Just because of the beach and the water and Canada. Superman does have an outstanding view, but it's not as good as Maverick, which is why Maverick will be getting the point. And now, Maverick has forced a tiebreaker, and the last category is theming. For these parks, these rides actually have pretty good theming. Maverick weaves in and around some rock work, and the station is a little themed, while the queue is kind of themed with a couple billboards here and there. While Superman has like the Superman music playing in the station, the tunnel, and a couple rings. So, this is going to be a hard category to judge, but I am going to give it to Maverick because it weaves in and around rockwork, which is really cool, and there's a couple buildings mixed in there. So Maverick will be getting the point and has beaten Superman 6-5, pulled off the 13-4 seed upset, and is our winner. Congratulations to Maverick. So now let's take one little look at our bracket, and then we're going to end this out. So as you can see, in the top left corner, Fury 325 defeated Nemesis and moved on to the second round. Leviathan defeated Apollo's Chariot and pulled off the upset, and will face Fury 325 in the second round, 9 seed versus a 1 seed there. Phantom's Revenge defeated Expedition GForce. Phantom's Revenge was a 12 seed, and the 5 seed was Expedition GForce, and pulled off a major upset. Superman the Ride was defeated by Maverick, the 13 seed. Superman the Ride was the 4 seed, and Maverick pulled off the major upset and moved on to the second round to face Phantom's Revenge. So in the second round, we have Fury 325 versus Leviathan, and Phantom's Revenge versus Maverick. The second round will be taking place in part 3, so stay tuned for the second round if you enjoyed the first round. So then, the part 2 will be the right-hand column with Millennium Force, Mako, Iron Rattler, Nitro, Twisted Colossus, Intimidator 305, Steel Vengeance, and Diamondback. All those coasters have a very good shot of winning the title of the best steel coaster in the world. So this is going to be very interesting, the next coaster tournament. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and that's it. Bye.